Stop the presses. I was wrong about investing in gold in your retirement account. Yes, I made a rare error during yesterday's podcast, and I'm here to correct the record. But wait a minute. You're going to be surprised about how I was wrong, and you'll learn something very valuable in the process. Plus, you'll hear about an extraordinary multifamily investment property opportunity available right now. I'm Bryan Ellis. You'll get it all here, right now, in episode number 148.
You're listening to Self-Directed Investor Radio, America's only podcast exclusively for affluent, self-directed investors, where each day of the week you receive innovative investment strategy and deadly accurate market analysis that's untainted by Wall Street and unblemished by government propaganda, all in 7 minutes or less. Coming to you now from iTunes, Stitcher, and SDIRadio.com, here's your host, Bryan Ellis.
Hello, SDI Nation. Welcome to the podcast of record for savvy, self-directed investors like you. Yes, folks, you heard it right. I screwed up. Sort of. But people, not a single one of you caught my error. What's up with you people? It actually took the watchful eye of the venerable expert Mr. Tim Berry, IRA and 401k attorney extraordinaire out of Phoenix. Tim, thanks for catching my error, but don't you have better things to do than listen to this little podcast? Of course you don't, because this is the podcast of record for savvy, self-directed investors. Seriously, Tim, thanks so much. I do appreciate it. I'll get to that error in about 10 seconds, but first, hang with me until the end, particularly if you're interested in enjoying high cash flow. I'll tell you a bit about some multifamily property investment opportunities that involve very high cash flow, substantial equity from day one, and physical structures that are totally newly renovated, all in a locale that's very, very stable. Doesn't get much better than that, folks, so stick with me. So here's the error I made about investing in gold through your retirement account. All of the stuff I told you about the restrictions on investing in gold through your IRA is totally true. If you buy gold in your IRA, it's got to be 99.9% pure. And if it's a coin, basically it has to be a government-issued coin like the American Eagle or Canadian Maple Leafs. You can't just go out and buy gold willy-nilly in your IRA. I was not wrong about that. What, did you think I was fundamentally wrong about what I told you yesterday? Don't be silly. But here's where I didn't get it exactly right, and honestly, I should have known better. Here's the deal. All of those restrictions apply to buying precious metals in your IRA exactly like I said, but, as is nearly always the case, a self-directed 401k is better than a self-directed IRA. Why? Those restrictions apply to a self-directed IRA, but if you're using a self-directed 401k, then you could let your 401k buy gold bones and let your dog bury them in the backyard for safekeeping if you wanted to. Yep, that's right. The self-directed 401k lets you have astounding flexibility when purchasing precious metals, and a self-directed IRA does not. So if you want to be an investor in precious metals, your options when using a self-directed IRA are severely limited versus using a self-directed 401k for the exact same investment. I didn't know that before yesterday, though I'm really not surprised to find another clear example of the obvious superiority of self-directed 401ks over IRAs. And folks, if you don't yet have a self-directed 401k and you think you don't qualify to have one, go back to episode 141 of Self-Directed Investor Radio to hear exactly what those requirements are and how nearly anyone can comply with them with just a small bit of effort that is totally worthwhile. But, and this is huge, not all self-directed 401ks are created equally. It depends profoundly on the specific words used in the plan documents, and here's something I've observed. A whole lot of the self-directed IRA custodians who also offer self-directed 401ks actually draft their plans in such a way that the limitations of IRAs actually apply also to their 401ks as well. Yes, folks, it makes no sense, but it does happen, and it happens very frequently. That means it's possible for you to have a self-directed 401k and still not get the flexibility it offers because the language used in your plan, as drafted by your custodian, imposes IRA-based limits on your account rather than allowing you the full range of freedom that's available in a 401k. My advice? Don't use the wrong kind of 401k. Where can you get the right kind of self-directed 401k? One that offers all of this flexibility and practically makes you a financial genius at the same time? Just check out SDIRadio.com/best401k. Again, that's SDIRadio.com/best401k. My friends, I don't often get things wrong. I'm almost always right. Just ask me. I'll confirm it for you. Just kidding, of course, but I did get this one wrong, and I'm happy to have had the chance to correct it for you. Folks, that's all about gold investing. Honestly, that's not my favorite topic, but it is important. But what is a favorite topic is building consistent, reliable cash flow and wealth through real estate. So how would you like to own or possibly even partner with me in ownership of a great multifamily property that has excellent and highly reliable double-digit net cash flows, is totally newly renovated, and is potentially available at far below its appraised value? Well, that opportunity exists right now and is very real. I'll be sending information about it to my top picks list tomorrow, so be sure to get on that list right now if you're not on it already. To do that, just text top picks to 33444. Again, text the word top picks, that's spelled TOPPICKS with no spaces, to 33444. You'll be glad you did. My friends, invest wisely today and live well forever.
Thank you for listening to Self-Directed Investor Radio with Bryan Ellis. Don't miss a single episode. Be sure to subscribe to Self-Directed Investor Radio right now on iTunes, on Stitcher, and at SDIRadio.com. Your feedback is always welcomed via email at feedback@SDIRadio.com. This show is for entertainment purposes only and is not intended as legal or professional advice for your situation. Content is the property of the Self-Directed Investor Society.